Hey there, I'm BreaCheese, and this is the first episode of my Hardcore Ironman Progress series. I'm going to be taking this account right from square one to as far as I can take it. This isn't my first Hardcore Ironman I've played, so I do have some experience with playing this game mode. My approach to Ironman is not necessarily the best or most efficient, but I will be trying to progress at a decent pace and showcasing what I'm doing on this account and why. I also stream all of the gameplay on this account over on Twitch, so if you're interested in seeing this account progress live, make sure to stop by sometime. I'll leave a link in the video description. Anyways, let's get right into the gameplay. So as you might hear from most people, a really great thing to go for right off the bat is the Waterfall Quest. That quest alone gets you from like 1 to 30 melee stats and is definitely worth knocking off right away. Since we're playing Hardcore Ironman though, I personally would prefer to get a little bit more constitution first, so we don't get absolutely destroyed by the big enemies during that quest. This means we'll need to do a little bit of training to start. Some really nice gear you can grab right from the moment you make your account is the Pathfinder Gear. I think you used to have to actually complete the whole path tutorial thing originally to get this gear, but now you can just head over to Port Sarim and talk to this guy here to get it immediately. So, for our starting weapons, we're going to head over to Lumbridge and complete the Blood Pact quest for a little bit of XP and some level 1 weapons. Now that we've got our starting weapons, we can head back over to Berthorpe and do some combat training. While back in Berthorpe, it can be a really good idea to grab yourself a Wicked Hood. You can grab it from Tam McGruber here for free. This will be an excellent source of free air runes to start out with by using it each day. You'll also get some rune crafting XP out of it as well, which is also nice. At this point, I've finally made my way to these trolls in Berthorpe. If you didn't know, you can find these trolls in a cave just north of the lodestone. These little guys are super easy to kill and actually provide a pretty good amount of XP for this level. My goal here is to grind out 30 magic so I can use Surge because I just hate having to walk around without being able to Surge. I would recommend training defense alongside your magic. It does mean that it will take a bit longer to get that 30 magic, but it will be worth it being able to wear some better armor. So after a few minutes of fighting these trolls, I've realized that I could use some food, so I'm just taking a quick second to fish a few crayfish and cook them up. While I was cooking my crayfish, I realized that the daily reset is coming up soon, so I figured it would be a good time to get some dailies done. One of my favorite dailies as an iron is Nemi Forest. It's super easy to do, gives you a whole bunch of XP and great skills like farming and prayer, and there's also a friends chat that goes through and clears the forest each day and then holds it open for people to use. If you have the Alt-1 toolkit installed, which I would highly recommend, you can actually view the map right from it. Also, most Runescape Discord bots will have commands for showing the Nemi map as well. On top of fantastic XP, doing your Nemi Forest each day will start gaining you Gobi reputation, which will, over time, unlock various bonuses around Mascab. The main attraction with this rep though is the free reroll on raids loot, so even though doing raids seems so far off right now, it's still super worth doing this daily, so when it is time for raids, you already have that bonus unlocked. Now that Nemi's done, it's time to knock out these daily challenges real quick. These are, again, another great thing to do each day. With the update that they made to daily challenges a while back, they're easier than ever to complete and they still provide fantastic XP. After doing those dailies, I've noticed that Gothics Cash started a couple minutes ago, and that's another daily to definitely do. It only takes a little bit of time each day to do, and will level up your divination extremely quickly. The cache opens up each hour on the hour, so try and remember to do it when it's up. If you have trouble remembering things like this, like I do, there's a really handy notification system built into the game that you can have remind you of your favorite minigames 5 minutes before they start. I find it super helpful, so maybe give it a try. So I've now finished all my dailies, and it's time for us to go back to the trolls for that level 30 magic. Now we have Surge and some extra constitution. Reset has just happened, so next we'll go do our dailies again before heading off to the Waterfall Quest. So while doing these dailies, I've just remembered that we should probably also do our weeklies and monthlies as well. The first weekly I'm going to do is the Helping Meg weekly. Some of you may not realize that you actually don't have to have ports unlocked to do this weekly. All you have to do is just head over to the ports portal, talk to Meg, and you can do it right away. This is another D&D that is made easier if you have the Alt 1 toolkit because it can be used to just tell you the best answers. The next weekly I like to do is one of my favorites, the Circus. If you open your minigame menu and scroll down to the Circus, it'll tell you where the circus is located each week. This weekly originally starts out with only a couple of things you can do, but as you do certain quests, you'll actually unlock even more things you can do here. For now, it's just some really nice quick agility, magic, and range XP. The next thing I'm going to do is some god statues. This is a monthly D&D that gets you really easy construction and prayer XP. There's 5 statues in total, one of which is in Prif, so for now we can only do 4 of them. Those 4 you can find them in Lumbridge, Taverley, Canifis, and Yunil. So as I was running around doing those god statues, I remembered that Anachronia is a thing now, so I figured it would be a good idea to head over there and start getting some resources gathered, and I'll also do the Herbie Werby weekly for some free herblore and firemaking XP. It can definitely be a bit of a pain to get there, since we can't currently use the agility course, so when you're done your first Herbie Werby, I would definitely recommend grabbing a teleport seed from the rewards shop, so you can just teleport directly here next time. With all of that out of the way, it's finally time to do the Waterfall Quest. With the extra constitution we got from leveling up first, the quest is a complete breeze and everything is perfectly fine. And wow, look at all that XP. Definitely a must-do quest from the start. So going forward, completing quests is going to be the main priority for this account. There's many benefits to completing quests, but the main ones are for a decent source of gold early on, and to get the quest shop gear. Every 25 quest points you gain, you can go to the quest rewards shop by the Varrock Lodestone, and get a magical dice to roll. This gives you a whole bunch of gold, and a roll on the clue scroll drop tables. Once you've gained 150 quest points, you can also get a tier 75 weapon called Vanquish, which will end up being our main weapon for a while. One of the really nice things about Vanquish is that it can be used for any style, so it will be really handy in all combat scenarios. The way I plan to approach questing is by using a really cool tool called Iron Quest. I think a lot of people have been using the questing guide that was posted on Reddit not too long ago, but I prefer to use this tool because it's dynamic and lets you do things like choose what kind of quests you want to prioritize, and where you'd prefer to spend your XP lamps. I'll put a link to the tool in the description if you want to check it out. So using this tool, the next quest we're going to be completing is the Observatory Quest. This is a pretty simple quest that you start over by Yunil and gives you some nice crafting XP when you're done. The next quest we're going to be doing is Trinome Village. Before we head off to do this one, I figure it would be a good idea to get ourselves a battle staff since we have level 30 magic now. To do this, we're going to need a little bit of gold. The Stronghold of Security is a great way to get a little bit of starting cash and takes only a minute to complete. With that done, we can now buy our new weapon. Now it's time to complete the Trinome Village quest. This quest is relatively simple. There's a few enemies that you need to deal with throughout, but they're nothing particularly dangerous to handle. With that complete, we get a big chunk of attack XP. Next on our quest list is the Plague City quest. This quest is straightforward and doesn't have anything dangerous to worry about. Upon completion, we're rewarded with a nice bit of mining XP. The next quest we're going to tackle is another fantastic one to do early, the Knight's Sword. As an iron, we're going to need to level up our smithing a bit first, since you need 2 iron bars to complete the quest. We also need to make a red berry pie, and there's just one little tip I want to mention here about making pies. For some reason, I find that making pies comes up often enough as an iron, and I find going here in Yanil is a very nice place to do so, because you can just buy everything you need for making the pies, and then can cook it right here as well. Now we can go ahead and complete this quest, and with that done, we get a whole bunch of smithing XP. After the Knight's Sword, I took some time to do my dailies, and then now it's time to do another quest. My quest guide had said to do Murder Mystery, and for some reason I assumed that was the Broken Home quest, so that's what we ended up doing next. I went through pretty much the entire quest before realizing this wasn't the one I was meant to be doing. You know, I just realized this isn't even the quest I was supposed to do. This is Broken Home, not Murder Mystery. Either way, it's a very cool quest if you've never tried it, and you get a pretty nice ring for completing it. There's also some challenges you can complete if you redo the quest, with the big reward being the Asylum Surgeon's Ring. I'm not going to worry about getting that right now though, because we're nowhere near being able to use it. And that's it for the first 2 days of this account. This is my first time ever making a YouTube video, so please let me know what you thought of this video, and if you have any ideas to improve it, that's always appreciated too. As I mentioned in the beginning, I stream all of my gameplay on this account, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure to stop by the stream at some point. My Twitch name is the same as my YouTube name, which is BreaCheese, and you can find my schedule in the description of this video or over on my dashboard on Twitch. Thanks for watching, and I should have the next episode of this series out pretty soon.